Member from North Vancouver Seymour.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you for the opportunity to follow up, actually, from my colleague from West Vancouver, Capilano, on our gem of a university over there in the North Shore called Capilano University. My question is a follow-up with regards to the student housing that Capilano University is embarking on, which is quite innovative. They've partnered with Darwin Construction, and they're doing some very innovative things right now in the old international school property down on Dollarton as an interim, but they've got some designated housing land that's adjacent, actually on Greg Lee Way, the former president. And I basically just wanted to get an update from the minister as to where those talks are going. And Mr. Dangerfield was away for an extended period of time, so I haven't had a chance to touch base with him quite yet, but I would definitely appreciate the minister and her minister staff giving me an update on how the student housing project is going in Capilano University.
Minister.
Thank you, Chair. And I have to say I'm thrilled to be able to talk about student housing. When we went across the province visiting the campuses, we hear from students all over BC that there's a lack of student housing, and the lack of rental housing in the municipalities are scarce and dire. Budget 2018, we committed $450 million to the budget, and yeah, so I'm very proud to be able to say that we've made that investment in students. I can imagine that the members opposite and all of their constituencies are hearing how pressed student housing is. With respect to Capilano, we're working with Capilano University to support their planning. I'm aware, is the planning, the housing you're talking about just down the hill? Across the street. So I'm aware of that planning that's underway, but at this point, Capilano University has not approached us under our housing loan and grant program. We're happy to receive a business plan from Capilano University, but to date we have not received one. And for us, we're, as a new government with a new program, very, very excited about doing whatever we can with our 25 post-secondary institutions to address student housing across BC. Thanks.
Member.
Thank you to the minister for the answer to that question, and certainly when I do meet up with Mr. Dangerfield later on this spring-summer, I'll reiterate that request. My next question is to do with mental health, and I've got here the Medical Undergraduate Society from UBC. They came to talk to MLAs a few months ago, making youth mental health a priority in British Columbia, and also the Alliance of BC Students. There was UVic, AMS, at UBC, and Simon Fraser. All were heavily lobbying, all the MLAs and probably the minister as well, about the need for help for mental health issues on post-secondary campuses. So my question, and the Minister is quite aware that I'm an advocate of actually expanding Foundry to post-secondary institutions when that renewal comes. But specifically, I'm wondering if there's anything particular that the Minister of Advanced Education had put to mind with regards to post-secondary institutions, mental health, also addictions, and any kind of help for students at their institutions to target their specific needs at the university campuses.
Minister.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you again to the member opposite, not only for being an advocate for mental health. I think we know across the province, the more that we speak about the issue and we break down the stigma, that people are more inclined to reach out for help. And that doesn't preclude students. Students are under immense stress, doing their finals, working, trying to find housing. Some of them have families, and so the demands are high. It's one of the top 3 issues that I heard when I went to visit all of the institutions, and I continue to hear it. The students lobbied me as hard as they lobbied you and the official opposition about the importance of raising awareness about stigma, where they can go for help. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to mental health, as the member opposite is aware. Not everyone wants to walk into a room where everyone knows that you're going to get mental health. Some people want the services in the privacy of their own homes. Some people want their services online, on a phone. So we're exploring what those options are around support services to students. The policy work isn't complete, but we are engaging with probably the same stakeholders that you're connecting with that are saying it's important that we have access across all 25 post-secondary institutions. And when I say that, I say that because many of the members opposite, well, not many, but I can say many that are here today are Lower Mainland MLAs. Services in rural BC and northern BC are not the same. There aren't the same access points. And some students said to me they don't want service on campus, they want it off campus because of anonymity. So that's the policy work that we're working on right now, and I hope that we're able to make announcements shortly, but we're just not there yet with respect to doing the research and looking at what models across Canada might be showing the best outcomes. Thank you.